Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Coolest Chick. Thank you guys for, subscribing to my channel. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for just being a part of my team. So listen, we're here today. I am going to cook some pork loin chops. That's the center thick cut of the pork chop. I'm going to put that in my oven on my rack. And I'm going to do like a barbecue glaze pork chop today. So yeah, we're gonna get started here. All right guys, so I got my chops here. They're, like I said, they're the center cut, so they're kind of thick there. We're going to season those up with I've already cleaned these. I've already cleaned them. I've already washed them. I've already dried them off, so they're ready to be seasoned and put onto my rack that I have all set up here. But the butcher needs to be cut, because look at these. How is that a loin chop? I mean, they just took one piece and cut it. I guess the piece must have been too big and they took that and cut that off. But in either case, I have the loin chops here, as you guys can see there. Let's get over here a little bit more right there. And so, all right guys, so I got my seasoning here of what we're going to use. I got it over here in the corner right here. So you guys know I love that hot honey rub. That's going to be one. We're going to use some onion powder. We're going to use some garlic powder. Let me move my honey out the way and my water over here. So we're going to use some salt. Of course, we need some salt in there. We're going to use some pepper. I'm going to use, have you guys seen this? I'm going to use the little sweet and little smoky, little sweet, light smoky Tabitha Brown seasoning. She's the vegan chick, and I brought some of her seasoning, and I'm going to use this because it has like a hickory smoke type taste that I'm going for. And then I have some Kinder's bourbon peach. I want to try that because since I'm doing a barbecue glaze, I want the meat to kind of taste a little, not sweet, but on the barbecue-y side. So we're going to start here with salting the meat. And we're just salt. You guys don't have to use white salt. I know somebody was like, oh, you're using the white salt? Yeah, I use the white salt. You guys don't have to use the white salt. You can use the pink Himalaya salt. You can use the sea salt, or, no salt, really. Well, this is some onion powder that I'm getting over in here. And remember what I said, like, you just kind of do a little twist of the wrist. It's not a hard twist of your wrist when you're using your basic seasonings that you're going to use for your meat. You get heavy-handed when you start to use the stars of the meat. Okay, so this is some garlic powder that I'm placing on here. Do I look good, Boop? Bossy, you can see everything? I'm asking my son. Good, thank you. And then I'm going to put some pepper on here. Pepper. Some people like that coarse pepper. I don't like that peppercorn. I just don't. That's just me. I just don't like it. But I do like to see my pepper. I don't want that pepper that's super thin. You can't even see the damn pepper. So now I'm going to use some of this hot honey rub on here, which is the star. So we want to make sure we season the meat really good with the stars of the show. Okay, guys, got that? The star of the show. Remember, this is just one side that I'm seasoning. I'm going to flip it over and season the other side. Okay, so we're going to use some of this Tabitha Brown seasoning on here. We're going to sprinkle some of that on there. I see that's a little, oh, it smells wonderful. I bet it's gonna have this tasting super, super good. The smell of this seasoning is incredible, guys. I mean, it's incredible, okay? And then I'm going to use the bourbon peach on here. So we're going to have a nice little rub on here on our pork loins, okay? I'm going to kind of take that and get that into the meat, the side that we seasoned right there. Side that we seasoned right there. And then we're going to flip them over. And we're going to do what we did to the front side to the back side. But I'm going to rinse my hands off some since I have the seasoning in the meat on my hands. So I just want to rinse it a little bit so that I can begin fresh on the other side of the meat. Like I said, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to season up the meat the same way we did the first time. So I can go a little bit faster because I've already kind of showed you guys what. You don't have to go in order. You do not have to go in order. It does not matter which order you put the seasoning on the meat. Just make sure you get your meat super seasoned, okay? So that's the onion powder. We're going with the garlic powder here. We're going to do the pepper. Okay, make sure that you guys can see me pretty good. And then we're going to do the hot honey rub. What is that, Pringles? The hot honey rub. Hot honey rub. We're going to use Tabitha. Tabitha, she's a little stubborn in there. I see that she needs to get a little bit more free flow. Something that, oh, there it is. It's coming out good, better than, all right. And then we're going to get a little of the peach, bourbon peach. And we're going to season that all on there, just as such, okay? Let me get these out the way. Move some of this stuff over here. I want to bring my tray a little bit closer to me. So what I want to do is I want to season, not season, but get the seasoning in good on this meat. The seasoning in good on this meat. Guys, you know what I forgot to do? OMG, guys. I forgot to add my avocado oil. But that's not going to be a thing. We're not going to panic. We're still going to add the avocado oil on here. We're just going to have to control it a little bit. Let me rinse my hands off a little bit. Let me tell you, sometimes you guys are gonna miss a step, okay? And that's what I just did. I missed the important step, really, which was the binder for the seasoning. But it's quite okay. So I have this avocado oil. Just gonna pour a little bit into my top here. I see that, and I'm gonna drizzle it onto this damn meat as such. Sometimes you may need more, sometimes you may need a little less. So I just want to control, oh my goodness, guys, excuse me, control the amount of oil that I'm putting on the meat. I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to kind of dap it in there just as such, just like that. I'm going to flip the meat over, and we're going to do the same thing on that end. We're going to take our avocado oil. This is avocado oil. We're going to take it, pour it in our little container, and we're going to drizzle it on the meat, like that. So my hand already has some on here. You don't need that much of the oil, okay? You just want it to bind, to keep the seasoning really on the meat. And so we're going to have it as such, and we're going to place it here on our rack. I'm going to give you guys a better picture, a closer view, because I think the camera is a little far back, but we're going to have them on here just as such. Let me move this tray out of the way. There it is there. That's how your meat should be seasoned, as such. you should be able to see the seasoning on your meat. And so I'm going to place this in my oven at 350 for about an hour and a half or so. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do the barbecue glaze, which is just really going to be, I'm just going to enhance the barbecue sauce. It's going to be barbecue sauce, mustard, brown sugar, and honey, because it's going to be a honey barbecue glaze pork loin chop. So yeah, we're going to put this in the oven and we'll be back once this is done. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and make the glaze to the for the pork loin chops that's in the oven. All you're going to need is 4 ingredients. Okay, you're going to need some barbecue sauce, whatever barbecue sauce you want to use, some mustard, you're going to need some brown sugar, and you're going to need some honey. Well, if you want to do honey glaze, you're going to need that. So I'm just going to start by adding some barbecue sauce in my container here. I can have some left over if I want to. So I'm going to make sure I have enough. Some mustard. I just kind of eyeball everything that I put in there, but I mean, you can add more so of how much mustard you want to add in there and how much you don't want to have in there. So just trying to get me a little spoon out of here so that I can use it to put the brown sugar in there. So yeah, guys, I'm making some mashed potatoes too with the golden potatoes. I don't like to use the russet potatoes, as you guys know, so I'm probably going to use about 2 scoops of the big spoon of brown sugar, and then I'm going to add my honey into that. Just kind of measure, you know, what you want to put in there. Sometimes you go around, I may go around 5 or 6 times, so that's how I measure how much is in there. And then I'm just going to take that same spoon and mix it all in there together. And then yeah, once the this is what it should kind of look like in there. And once it comes out of the oven, I'll add the glaze on there, and yeah, we'll get started with that. All right, guys, so I had the pork chops in the oven for an hour and 30 minutes or so. I'm going to pull it out now. I did flip them over maybe halfway through. So I'm going to bring them out now, and we're going to glaze them. So we're going to get the first look at the choppies. There. The chops. There. We're going to get the glaze out of the refrigerator, and yeah, we're going to start glazing them. All right, guys, so we got the glaze out here. I did take some fresh parsley and mix it in with the barbecue sauce. So we're just going to glaze each and every one of these porkies. And we want to make sure we have, you know, enough on there. So that. So these are already cooked. You know, they're not raw pork chops, so it's fine to dip the thing back in there into your bowl mixture to get your chops out. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna glaze up all of these. I'm going to turn the oven up to about 425 or so, and I'm gonna put these back in there for about 15 minutes or so. You know, you just check. You know, you just check your meat through the window. Do not open up that damn oven. Check your meat and see, you know, if it's to your likings. And then you can take it out. So I'm probably going to leave it in there for about 15-20 minutes or so. And then we'll take it out. And we'll give you guys the final look of what the barbecue, well, the honey glazed barbecue pork loins look like. It's on my rack. So yeah. So if you like it, you know, this way, if that's enough glaze on there for you, you can leave it that way, or you can go back in, you know, and kind of touch it up. You know, it's kind of like painting. You just go in and retouch up what you done already fixed up. So come a little touch up. You kind of get around the edges there like that and such. So you'll have some delicious pork loins. These are actually pretty thick, but they came out beautifully. I absolutely love my rack. I don't think there's nothing better to cook if you're going to bake or, you know, chicken or such, anything of that such, if you have a rack. So I'm gonna give you guys, gonna come in a little bit closer to show you guys the what the glaze looks like on the meat there. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the oven at 425 for about 10, 15, 20 minutes or so. I'll let you guys know when I come back. All right guys, so it's time to take it out of the oven. It's been in there for 15 minutes, glazing with the barbecue sauce on it. Ooh, it's hot as fish grease over here. So we're just gonna take that out of there. Sit that right there. And we're gonna let that marinate for a little while. But this is, all right, this is the finishing touches on the barbecue, the honey barbecue glaze pork loin chops. Don't they look wonderful? They look absolutely incredible. And they also have the grill marks on some of them. Isn't that cool? Anywho, thank you guys so much for, you know, taking this ride with me. I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so very much, and stay tuned for the next video. I have other videos coming up, but what I want to know is, since I have over 530 subscribers, I'm sorry, I want to know, what do you guys think about me going live and making a dish, you know, live? That way I can connect, you know, in real time with you guys. So let me know in the comments if you think that I should go live the next time or coming up, and I can arrange something to see, what is this on my nose, to see if we can go live. Also, let me know, just give me some ideas of what you think I should cook, because sometimes I run out of ideas. You know, I don't eat a lot of things. I'm not like a big seafood lover, so that's why you don't see me cooking a lot of, you know, shrimp and gumbos and all of that type of stuff. I'm just not a fan of that. I don't really like cheese that much, so you don't really see me making like macaroni and cheese and things like that. But I do have kids. They, you know, enjoy some of those items. So yeah, just let me know in the comments what you guys think I should cook. Am I doing a good job with, you know, what I've been cooking? So yeah, I love you guys. Please share my video. Let everybody know that they can come over here and take the ride with us, because, you know, we just have a blast over here. So subscribe to my video, like, comment, and share. And I will see you guys very soon. Love you all. Bye.